Hi, greetings to all. My name is Deepak Lolage. I am the assistant professor and I am having almost more than 3 years of experience as an assistant professor for the engineering colleges and almost having more than 12 years of industrial experience. I am currently working as a manager in a design department and handling 9 people in my team. Actually, I am having a wall design experience of more than 10 years and 2 years of experience in interlock designs. So now today I am going to give a demo lecture on human resource management uh, from maybe this subject is for different resources like MBA also. So we will start with our PPT. If we see our first slide, the we will go with the concept of human resource management. So first thing we have to understand what is human resource management. As the name suggests, it is not just arranging the human resource as per the requirement of the organization, but there are other multiple functions that human resource management is performing that we will see into the upcoming lectures. So what is the first question that comes in our mind? What is the human resource management? Okay, so it is a process of bringing together an organization and its people to achieve the organizational as well as personal goals. So human resource management, it is a continuous process which can bring together the people from different departments and aligning their personal goals and organizational goals. That is the first function, or that is the basic function of the human resource management that covers. It is a comprehensive approach which brings success to the organization with the help of people, skill, knowledge, and abilities. It means it can hire the people with desired skill sets, knowledge, and brings their abilities, knowledge, and their experience into the organization. And with the help of that, we can achieve the organizational goals as well as we can bring the success to the organization with the help of this human resource management. So human resource management, it performs the bundle of diversified functions and it includes the activities which manages all the human resources and develop them. So basic function is like to hire the people, to train them, to develop them, and uses them for the organization for achieving the success, achieving the business functions, and increasing the business is an important part nowadays. So so human resource management is just an proactive function. What do you mean by proactive? That is the we have to understand proactive means which take care of present as well as future needs of an organization. So it is a proactive function. It means if we consider one organization uh, like and manufacturing function or the manufacturing company, if we consider that, so their business will increase after 1 month or maybe 6 months. So based on that, we have to do the human resource planning. That planning will be done by the human resource management. So for that purpose, we have to call it as a proactive function. So human resource management is an proactive function. So now the next point is it is an ongoing process, uses people skill, knowledge, and aptitude as a resource and boosts them to the best out of them. So as I said earlier, it is an ongoing process which uses the people's skills, knowledge, and aptitude and boost them as to get best out of them. So for getting the best out of the employees, we have to arrange some policies, we have to define some plans, we have to give them the required facilities, that all policies we have or the human resource management will be take care of in the organization. So basically the human resource management, it involves the functions such as recruitment, selection, and industrial relations. So recruiting, their selection, and maintaining the industrial relations with others. That will be the basic functions of the human resource management. So, in the human resource management, we can say that the employees are treated as an asset which is to be utilized for the benefits of an organization. So, this is the basic functions of the human resource management that they perform in the organization, and it plays an important role for the organization business as well as for the organization development. So now the next slide is we will go for what are the objectives of human resource management. So basically, the first objective of the human resource management to create an able and motivated workforce and ensure its effective utilization to achieve or to accomplish the various organizational goals. So human resource management, it maximizing the effectiveness of the employees and the organization. So the human resource management increasing the effectiveness of the employees, effectiveness in the sense, like if he is working for previously, if he is working for 8 hours and doing one project, but if for increasing the effectiveness we have to given them a training and develop them, so whatever he requires the time before training will be 8 hours, and if we decrease that time to 4 hours, that will be increasing the effectiveness of the employee. It means we are decreasing the time limit and we are increasing its efficiency. So it will be helpful for the company also, it will be helpful for the employees also. In that sense, we are maximizing the effectiveness of the employees. Now, the second objective is to create an able, motivated workforce and to achieve the organizational goals that that actually we have explained in the previous slide. It establishes the organization structure in order to secure the integration of the employees. So, the organization structure building is an important part of the human resource management. The organization structure, it is a structure in which uh, they define which employee is reporting to the which manager is reporting to the DGM, or DGM is reporting to the senior managers are reporting to the CEOs, like that, which employees are reporting to uh, which peoples, that will be defined, well defined in the organization structure. Due to organization structure, it will be helpful for the integration of the employee as well as their performance measurement as well as their appraisals, and it is also important in aligning the personal goals to the organizational goals. That organization structure will be defined or will be established, or the human resource management, it is an important function of the human resource management. Okay, then what is the next point is that create the proper atmosphere to maintain a high moral, means at the workplace, maintaining a proper atmosphere, maintaining a proper communication channels, maintaining a giving them a motivation, giving them a right compensation plans, giving them a monetary benefits, and maintaining the high moral is an important function of the human resource management. Okay, then provide a training and education for developing the human resource. So whenever any uh, employee is coming into the new organization, it requires some time to train them. For that, we have to provide them a training and development programs, so that he can develop their skills as per the as per the requirement of the organization. So, for recruiting is not just an enough. We have to recruit them, train them, develop them, and take them to the level so that he can work for the organization very effectively. So that is the basic function that the human resource management needs to perform very well. Then next one is providing the recognition, attractive incentives, and monetary benefit that I have uh, explained in the earlier, or in the earlier point, that provide the recognition. If any employee is doing very well in his job, then we have to recognize them so that he can get an recognition and motivate them, so that other employees also gets motivated. So it is an important function providing the recognition to the employee who is working beyond their limits. That is an important function for the human resource management. Then providing the attractive incentives. If any project which needs to deliver 12 months, and if it is delivered in 6 months, then we have to provide the attractive incentives for their commitment. So that will be an decision of the human resource management. Monetary benefits also the decision that will taken by the human resource management department in the organization. Then the next point is to adapt the policies which recognize merits. It means the human resource management, we have to that they have to adapt some policies, they have to prepare some policies which recognizes the merits. Means if anyone is pushing their limits and performing very well and providing the organization very we can say providing the organization his commitments, so or he committing very well and performing beyond his limits, so in that case we have to, or the HRM department have to adapt some policies for recognizing that such type of uh, merits. Then there is a no threat of employment. In generally the small scale industries, there is a threat of unemployment. It means if anyone is not performing very well, if anyone is not performing like the industry standards, then there is a threat of employment for every employee in the small scale industry. Generally that happens. Small scale, maybe medium scale also, there is always a threat of employment. So that will not be there for the new joinees or the new employees. We have to support them, we have to train, develop them, and provide them that the confidence that if he will perform very well, we cannot do any hazardous things to their careers. So that will be assurity that will be given by the human resource management department. Now the next function, what are the functions of human resource management? The main function is the human resource planning. In the planning, sorry, this function creates a base for all other functions uh, carried out in an organization. So human resource planning, it is the base for forecasting the resources. Generally, the number and type of employees that needed needed to the accomplish the organizational goals are determined by this function. Research is an important part of this function. Okay, research, in the research what we collect the uh, information to forecast the human resource supplies and to predict the future human resource needs. So if the business grows, we need more people. That will be forecasting is done with the help of research, and that will be done into the human resource planning. So the basic human resource planning strategy is staffing and employee development. It also requires a job analysis. So job analysis which provides the information about the nature of the job, what is their experiences, what is their salary structure, what are their responsibilities. That all the parameters we analyze in the job analysis. Then from that we have to give the job description. The job description enlists the duties and activities of the employees, and it makes employees to work as per the procedure. So the job descriptions are vital source of information to the employees, and manager as a job content has a great influence on personal programs and practices. So human resource planning is an important function, and these are some of the functions or the sub functions that will be carried out in the human resource planning department. So the human resource planning department is another function into the HRM. So now the next function is training and development. So this training and development, it involves imparting the specific skills, education, abilities, and knowledge to the employees. It means we have to give them a specific skills that are important for our organization, that are important for their career growth, as well as for increasing the organization business. So training is presumed to consist of some formal education. Any training and development program aims to enable the participant to acquire the skills and to make them understand how theoretical concept should apply in practice. Training actually starts with the orientation. In the orientation programs, the new employees are rotated with different departments of the company or different departments of the organization, right from sales department, then again design department, then there is a process department, then it will go for the purchase department, then it will go for the production department, then it will go for the quality department, then it will go for assembly department, then it is the packing and dispatch department. So all these departments, they have given some functional trainings, means they will go to the different departments. The departmental heads give them how the department is working, how the process will flow, how the product life cycle will be managed. Into that will be explained to him so that he will get an roughly idea about the company. So firstly, the orientation training starts. It is an important, and it also tell them in the orientation what are their pay and benefits programs, what are their working hours, what are the company rules, what are the company's etiquettes, what are the company's expectations. That will be given a rough idea to the new employee. That is an important function of the human resource management. In the Now the third one is organizational development. Now the organizational development is a response to change a complex education strategy. It is an intervention to the management structure so as to make the use of group dynamics and social psychological techniques. So, for developing the organization, we have to change the management structure, the functions, how the management is functioning. We have to change from that and make use of group dynamics and social psychological techniques. It means we have to intervene the management structure. Then the following interventions which helps the organization to understand their employees better and intend to change towards the effective behavior. So for development of organization, we have to change the employees. Sometimes we have to intend to change towards their effective behavior. So for organizational development, following important points that we need to analyze. Role analysis. In the role analysis techniques, if some employee is working for more than 10 years, we have to analyze his roles, we have to analyze their functions, and we have to analyze their effectiveness towards the organization. And if we want for the development, we have to change their roles, we have to change their responsibilities. That sort of development we need in the role analysis. Life and career planning is another important parameter concerned with the persons or the employees. That will be also important for the organizational development. Then the role negotiation techniques, it is one and the same like role analysis. Sensitivity training, survey feedback. Survey feedback is nothing but the performance appraisals. It means that is also important for the organization development. So the performance appraisal, personal research is also an important functions of the human resource management. So the performance appraisal, performance appraisal is an important part so that 4 तारखेला मिळते जॉईन करा. आम्ही चालू करतोय आज. Now the performance appraisal is an important part. Actually, the performance appraisal is an important function of the human resource management. In performance appraisal is a systematic, periodic, and so far as humanly possible an impartial rating of an employee's excellence in matters pertaining to his present job as to his potentialities for the better job. So the performance appraisal is nothing but giving rating to the employees based on their year's performance or maybe 6 months performance, and based on that their increments, their promotions are given. That is comes under the performance appraisals. So for performance appraisals, the individuals have to given the goals before starting his work, and after the after his joining, that goals will be set and that will be aligned with organizational goals, and whatever the goals have set, that will be examined after the 1 year or maybe 6 months, and whatever his performance which is very close to the goals or it is very far away from the goals, they are having some strengths, they are having some weaknesses, and how he have performed, based on that rating is given, and based on that rating their increment, their monetary benefits are given. That comes under the performance appraisal. In personal research, the fifth function is personal research. It is a good research approach. In a good research approach, the objective is to get the facts and some specific information about the person in order to develop and maintain a program that works. It is impossible to run a personal program without pre-planning and post-reviewing. So, in the personal research, we have to research a particular person about their facts and some specific information. It means we are identifying their strength, their weaknesses. We have to overcome their weaknesses. For that, we have to arrange some plans, and that plans we have to implement, and we have to review these training and development benefits after some time. So that comes under the personal research. So these are some of the functions of the human resource management. Then the career planning, compensation, welfare, labor welfare, record keeping, and personal research. So the career planning, I think this is an double. So the career in the career planning, each employee would like to stay in an organization which provides him with a continuous career growth. Hence, it is a responsibility of the HR managers to do the career planning for all the employees and look for their growth in the organization. So the career planning is an important function of the human resource management. So everyone wants to grow in their career. For that, the human resource management help them for their career planning and their career growth. Then the compensation. In the compensation, the human resource person provides a rational method for determining how much employees should be paid for performing certain jobs. Compensation is a major cost to many organizations, and hence it needs a careful consideration in human resource planning. Compensation level affects staffing as well as peoples are generally attracted towards the organizations offering a high level of pay in the exchange of work performed. That is the compensation. In the labor welfare, in the labor welfare means the various types of allowances, which type of allowances are given for which type of employees, their housing allowances, their transportation allowances, insurance, food allowance, that all will be coming under the labor welfare. that is the important function, that this important function will be given by the human resource management. Then last one is the record keeping. In the record keeping, it is a basic function of human resource management is record keeping. This function involves recording, maintaining and retrieving the employee related information for a variety of purpose. Record which must be maintained include the application forms, health, medical records, educational records, then the employment history, seniority list, earnings, hours of work, absence, turnover, and other employees data. So all these data should be record. All these data's record should be kept by the human resource management. So this is all about the human resource management. I think this is enough for the demo lectures. Now we will stop here and let's see the next lecture. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.